The war in Ukraine has entered a dangerous new phase. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has warned that the conflict is expanding beyond the country's borders. This alarming development comes as reports emerge of North Korean troops being deployed to bolster Russian forces. The international community watches with bated breath, fearing a wider conflagration. The stakes have never been higher. The situation in Ukraine is both a tragedy and a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. The involvement of North Korean troops adds a new layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. It underscores the global nature of the conflict and its potential to destabilize entire regions. The world must unite in its condemnation of this aggression and work towards a swift and peaceful resolution. Western intelligence reports indicate that thousands of North Korean troops have been deployed to Ukraine. These troops are highly trained and battle-hardened. Their presence boosts Russia's military capabilities. The exact number remains unclear, but estimates suggest up to 10,000. They are primarily infantry and artillery units. This move isolates Russia further and escalates the conflict. It highlights the enduring alliance between these two nations. The international community swiftly condemned North Korea's involvement in the Ukraine war. Western leaders denounced it as a dangerous escalation and a violation of international law. South Korea, a key U.S. ally, expressed deep concern and pledged support to Ukraine. The U.S. called for immediate action and warned of severe consequences for North Korea. The EU echoed these sentiments, calling for a united international response. The world watches, hoping for a peaceful resolution to this crisis. Section 4. A nation under siege. Despite the international focus on North Korea's involvement, the situation within Ukraine remains dire. Russian forces continue to bombard Ukrainian cities, targeting civilian infrastructure and causing widespread destruction. Millions of Ukrainians have been displaced from their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring countries. The humanitarian crisis in Ukraine is worsening by the day. Food, water, and medical supplies are in short supply. Hospitals are struggling to cope with the influx of casualties. The international community is providing aid, but the needs are overwhelming. The Ukrainian people are showing incredible resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship. They are fighting back against the Russian invasion with courage and determination. However, the human cost of this conflict is already staggering. The war in Ukraine is a tragedy for all involved. It is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict and the urgent need for peace. The international community must continue to provide support to Ukraine and work towards a diplomatic solution to this crisis. Section 5. The Stolen Generation. In a chilling echo of past conflicts, reports have emerged of Ukrainian children being forcibly deported to Russia. These children, separated from their families and their homeland, face an uncertain future. The international community has condemned these actions as a war crime. The exact number of children deported to Russia is unknown, but estimates suggest it could be in the thousands. These children are being held in camps and other facilities within Russia. Their fate remains a matter of grave concern. The forced deportation of children is a violation of international law and a crime against humanity. It is a tactic of war aimed at terrorizing the civilian population and erasing Ukrainian identity. The international community must demand the immediate return of these children to their families and hold those responsible accountable for these heinous acts. The abduction of Ukrainian children is a stain on the conscience of humanity. It is a stark reminder of the brutality of war and the devastating impact it has on the most vulnerable members of society. The world must not stand idly by while these atrocities are committed. Section 6. A Looming Shadow. The war in Ukraine is a tragedy unfolding on a massive scale. The involvement of North Korean troops adds a dangerous new dimension to the conflict, raising fears of a wider war. The international community must stand united in its condemnation of this aggression and work towards a peaceful resolution. The abduction of Ukrainian children is a particularly horrifying aspect of this conflict. These children are innocent victims of a war they did not choose. Their plight is a reminder of the human cost of conflict and the urgent need for peace. The war in Ukraine is a wake-up call for the world. It is a stark reminder that peace is fragile and that we must never take it for granted. The international community must work together to uphold the rules-based order and prevent future tragedies like this from occurring. The world is at a crossroads. The choices we make today will determine the course of history for generations to come. Let us choose peace, diplomacy, and cooperation over conflict, division, and destruction. The future of humanity may depend on it.